if I had to again take a position on it, I'm gonna take the brand name, which is Bitcoin. I'm going to assume that it's the wrong price for the possibilities that it has. And I'm going to assume that the path forward from here is north.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. If you don't know who that was in the intro, that was billionaire Paul Tudor Jones in an interview just this week talking about crypto is headed north, guys. Guys, this is probably one of the most bullish videos I've ever created, and I usually don't engage in hyperbole, but we're all going to be rich, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to play some clips for you. Big news today, guys. Brian Brooks of the OCC, the man who gave banks the green light to custody crypto just this past year, went on CNBC and said, we are not going to ban Bitcoin and crypto regulations are coming in 6 to 8 weeks. I'm going to play the clips for you so you can hear it directly from the horse's mouth. First up, he's going to talk about the regulatory clarity coming soon.
On the point you made in terms of you think good things are coming by the end of the Trump term for cryptocurrency, are you in the camp who believes that more regulation in cryptocurrency will be a good thing overall for the industry?
Yeah, look, I wouldn't say more regulation. This is not like your breakfast cereal box where it talks about weight, not volume. I don't think we need 50 regulations instead of 2. But what we do need is clarity about what's allowed. And so we need some guidance, for example, about whether banks can connect directly to blockchains as payment networks. The answer has to be yes, right? We needed answers about can banks custody cryptocurrency so that institutions felt comfortable adopting. And you saw what happened when we gave that clarity. So you have clarity across a variety of areas that I think you'll be seeing just in the next 6 to 8 weeks, which will make it easier for crypto investors to know how to invest, to know how institutions can be in this asset class. And those are the things that are driving prices at this point. You know, it may have hit a bubble 2 years ago, but with more clarity, institutions that see this as a real thing are going to adopt at scale, which they've already started to do.
Guys, did you just hear what he said? 6 to 8 weeks. He said 2017 was a bubble. This time around, institutions are here. They're buying up. It's going to be much different. We're going to see steady, strong growth, guys. And obviously, we've already started seeing that. Paul Tudor Jones, BlackRock, and so on and so forth. One key takeaway there, which I think is very important for XRP, he said banks can connect to blockchains to move to do payments. Which company is doing that? Ripple. What asset are they using? XRP. And I kid you not, I did this XRP video that I uploaded earlier last night, guys. I did this video last night. I didn't know about this because Brian Brooks went on TV this morning, and I talked about if the Digital Commodity Exchange Act gets passed, XRP could go to like $25 because it opens up the utility on top of the existing speculation. So this is why I once again, I don't engage in hyperbole, but we're all going to be rich. Guys, the other big statement he said, nobody is going to ban Bitcoin. He said we're very focused on not killing this, talking about the entire crypto asset class. And so I saw somebody tweet about it. They need Bitcoin. They need Bitcoin to move the market forward, to get the brand visibility, to go mainstream because we're headed to the digital economy. It almost seems like this is all coordinated. Let me play it for you.
Former boss at Coinbase, the CEO, Brian Armstrong, sent out last week, and he said that the Treasury could be, quote, planning to rush out some new regulation regarding self-hosted crypto wallets before the end of the term. Is that true?
Yeah, look, and Melissa, rumors abound in Bitcoin more than almost any other place. What I would tell you is we're very focused on getting this right. We're very focused on not killing this. And it's equally important that we develop the networks behind Bitcoin and other cryptos as it is that we prevent money laundering and terrorism financing. So believe me, there's a balance here and it's going to work for everybody.
So that's neither a yes or no answer to that. Should we be expecting some new regulations by the end of the Trump term?
I think you're going to see a lot of good news for crypto by the end of the Trump term. Some of it's going to have to do with banks connecting to blockchain. Some of it's going to be more clarity around the nature of these assets. So believe me, there's going to be very positive messages coming out. At the same time, it's a dangerous world out there. We have to be honest about that. But nobody's going to ban Bitcoin. Nobody's going to ban some of these transmission technologies. I think it's going to be a lot less bad than people were worried about.
Oh yeah, guys, that is bullish. They're not here to kill this crypto asset class. Remember when Trump tweeted he's not a fan of Bitcoin and all that? And look, I've said it before, regardless of which president, they had to take that stance, right? Because if you're running a country that's based on the US dollar, you're not going to go out and say, hey, buy Bitcoin or whatever, obviously. But the fact of the matter is, this is the new asset class. It's a disruptive technology. It's moving us to the digital economy. That's why you see CBDCs are getting built, stable coins. Everybody's here. Stock exchanges, the wealthiest investors, right? We've been talking about BlackRock, Paul Tudor Joneses, Fidelities. They're all here. Yesterday, literally yesterday, guys. My goodness, one of the biggest announcements, the S&P Dow Jones are going to launch crypto indexes in 2021. You think this is all happening just by happenstance or, coincidence? No, guys. They know what's coming. It's time. It's time. It's time to move forward with the digital economy. And crypto is a big part of that. That's why they're all coming out of the woodwork, guys. It's so bullish. And that's why you got Paul Tudor Jones, a billionaire. This man hasn't really been on TV much, but the past year, he's on TV like every month talking about crypto. And he said Bitcoin market set for a crazy rocket ship ride. We are headed to the moon and beyond, guys. More higher prices are coming. 99% of the world is not paying attention. We are on the side of smart money. You are on the side of the billionaire hedge fund managers. We've gotten in the dips, in the bear market, and we are going to sell the highs. That's just how it is. The age-old movement of smart money and dumb money. We are on the side of smart money, guys. And I know that may sound a bit mean for those who may not be paying attention and may come in a year from now or 2 years from now when it's too late. Well, unfortunately, that's where you have to take the time to do your research. You gotta look at what's happening, study the market like you guys have. That's why I built this channel, to share the facts, not my emotions or feelings, but facts, what's actually happening, right? And look at this, guys. Bitcoin price could hit 50,000 in 2021, Bloomberg analysts say. They're all coming out of the woodwork. It's amazing to watch this happen. It's so amazing. I'm so excited, guys. You could probably tell. This Brian Brooks news just makes me super bullish. I'm going to go tell my wife now, like, we're going to be rich. So the path of least resistance for Bitcoin is on the higher side, and the cryptocurrency could more than double from its current value in 2021, according to Bloomberg analysts. And here they quote, the demand supply mechanics, are currently skewed bullish, as only 900 new coins mined each day versus 1,800 in 2017, and institutional participation is increasing. And something else I saw, guys, and I think I retweeted it, but Grayscale has been buying more Bitcoin that's being put out in the market. I think we've talked about it over the months. They have been buying up the supply along with Square, the Cash App, and of course PayPal. So Grayscale, PayPal, and Square, they're just getting it all, man. They're buying it all up, and that's why there's going to be big. Yeah, here it is. Yesterday, Grayscale bought 8x the daily Bitcoin mine. That's crazy, and this is only going to increase this demand, right? Especially when you have the mass FOMO come in. The institutional investors are buying it up, and guess what? They're going to sell it back to the masses. That's how they're going to make their money, right? So, guys, when I say we are on the side of smart money, I'm not kidding. I'm not, pulling your chain here. I'm being serious. We are very early. Finally, guys, this is some interesting news. I don't know how likely this is to happen, but I still wanted to share with you guys. Ripple CTO, so David Schwartz, says the community could force the company to burn 48 billion XRP. Ripple could be forced to burn its entire XRP holdings if the community votes for it, the company's CTO David Schwartz has confirmed. I don't think this is likely to happen, especially given the fact that I've talked about it. I think there's some pre-allocation here for XRP, meaning the folks at Ripple have some. They have pre-allocated some for like IMF, banks, and so forth. And I'm not saying that because I dreamt it. If you saw the video with Brad Garlinghouse and Ross Lacow of the IMF and the questions he asked them and the statements he made, will the IMF be holding digital assets? And he had like a huge smile on his face. He wouldn't care if they were holding Bitcoin. He would care if they're holding XRP, right? I think logic and reading between the lines will tell you that. So I think there's some pre-allocation here, and I think some banks are going to, a lot of big banks and institutions are going to buy a significant amount of XRP if they haven't already agreed to that already, and Ripple's just holding it in escrow, right? Because there's not regulatory clarity. So I don't think there's going to be any burning. And obviously there is XRP burned to a certain degree for transactions, but it's a small amount. So I don't think this is likely, but I just want to let you guys know that he said this, and which is great. That shows there's there's decentralization there, that the community could vote to have that happen. Now, Stellar did that, of course, right? But if Ripple was to burn some, that would be good for the price for sure. But I don't think they need to, because when we think about the adoption that they're going to have to move money cross-border, they're working with central banks and banks around the globe. There's no need for that. Once we get to that point, there's regulatory clarity in the United States. I think burning XRP would be idiotic, in my opinion, from a company standpoint and from the goal they're trying to achieve. Not that, from a price standpoint, sure, it makes sense. But if the goal is to move money faster and to build this new solution that's disruptive, then it doesn't make sense. So what do you guys think about this news? My goodness. Like I said, I think you can tell I'm excited. I don't like to engage in hyperbole, but we're going to be rich. Guys, this man just said we're not banning Bitcoin. We're not focused on killing this. So even the FUD we heard from Brian Brooks about Mnuchin and the wallets, they're just doing the regulations, KYC, AML. And let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.